and the omnibus. So I was forced into the Archers when I was a child. And look, it's come back to bite me later on.
I'm awash with this stuff.
The Archers is the world's longest-running radio show, with more than 15,000 episodes broadcast. Despite being a rural flavor show, The Archers is recorded in the heart of...
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're looking at Oliver, who thought he was going for lunch, but ended up basically trapped. A real high-stakes family situation that shows, well, the danger of trying to keep everyone happy, trying to cover all bases.
Yeah, it's a perfect storm, isn't it? We're digging into this collision at the Bull. It's part birthday celebration, part professional implosion. Our mission really is to unpack how Oliver's strategy, if you can call it that, his constant hedging, just spectacularly backfired.
Yeah, alienated Adam, Rory, Alice.
Yeah.
And put the whole future of Home Farm, their heritage, right in the crosshairs.
Exactly.
And it starts with this real sense of, urgency. Tracy basically drags Oliver away from Great Gables, tells him, you have to delegate everything to Zanab and Brad Keystaff, mind you. And this lunch, you're not allowed to say no.
Straight away, that framing tells you something's off. A lunch invite shouldn't feel like a summons, should it?
No way. So the stakes are high before he even walks in the door.
And he walks in, tries to, make small talk about his holiday. The Algarve trip with Miranda, says it was gorgeous. But he's met with just, ice from Adam and Rory.
Total hostility. They don't even bother with pleasantries. They hit him immediately
Yeah.
with these, quite formal accusations. Lack of transparency, honesty, clarity.
And then the big one, integrity. Ouch, that's a killer blow in family, in business, anywhere.
Oliver seems genuinely confused, asks if he's missed something.
And the answer is basically, yes, you've missed everything that actually matters to your kids right now. But before he can even process that, the mood just flips violently.
Right. Tracy steps in, playing the role of the humble waitress, and reveals, surprise, it's a birthday lunch.
Which wasn't just a small thing, was it? The source material says Zanab and Brad organized it.
Yeah, his team. And it's snowballed, apparently.
Yeah.
Proper celebration, banner, cards, flowers, the works.
Talk about emotional whiplash. Accusations 1 minute, forced celebration the next.
And then, just to complicate things further,
here comes the really interesting bit, psychologically speaking. Tracy introduces a very special guest. Arrives bang on time.
it's Carly, a former foster daughter Oliver and Caroline looked after.
Now, Carly's appearance isn't just, a nice reunion. It highlights this massive disconnect in Oliver's life.
How do you mean?
Well, think about it. He's clearly brilliant at forming these deep, meaningful connections with people outside the immediate family. Carly says he and Caroline made a huge difference for her, a real turning point. She still thinks the world of him, even though they haven't seen each other properly since Caroline's memorial, 8 years ago?
Wow, 8 years. And she says her kids called their giant teddy bear Oliver. That's quite something.
It is. It shows genuine impact, but contrast that with how he's handling his own kids, Adam and Rory and Alice too. With them, no transparency, no honesty, no integrity, according to them. He's a great dad figure to an outsider, but a strategic disaster with his own heirs.
That contrast is really stark when you put it like that. Brutal, even.
And just as this sort of warm, fuzzy moment with Carly lands, she accidentally reveals the second surprise.
So, yeah, the party that never was.
Exactly. Turns out Zam, Ab, and Brad had done some real detective work. They'd tracked down other former foster kids, Mick and Bruno. They'd planned this big surprise party for Oliver's actual birthday on the Saturday.
But it had to be canceled. Why? Because Oliver had booked a flight, booked a holiday.
And that's the proof, isn't it? It physically shows his priorities were elsewhere. His commitment to Miranda, to the holiday, meant he missed this incredibly meaningful reunion.
A reunion connecting him back to his past, his legacy with Caroline.
Wow. So you've got that emotional backdrop laid bare, and then the conversation pivots straight back to the big professional crisis.
Home Farm, the inheritance issue, which suddenly makes Adam and Rory's accusations about integrity hit really hard.
Absolutely. The fight is all about Oliver discussing who might run the farm in the future, and Adam is, understandably, furious.
Well, yeah, he lists his credentials, incredibly well qualified, already doing the job.
And crucially, he gave up his job at Bridge Farm. He came back when Oliver needed him during that crisis. That's huge loyalty, personal sacrifice.
Huge. But Oliver apparently offered the running of the farm, or discussed it seriously.
Introducing the Archer's Mug, where elegance meets everyday comfort. Crafted from premium white ceramic, designed with vibrant peekaboo colors inside, simple, modern, and stylish. Start your day the Archer's way, with warmth, familiarity, and the comfort of voices you've come to love. As the stories unfold on the Archers, let this mug become part of your daily ritual, a small reminder of life in Ambridge. Practical for every home, dishwasher and microwave safe. Available in 2 sizes, 11 ounces and 15 ounces, designed to fit your lifestyle. Enjoy your favorite drink in a mug that connects you to Britain's most beloved countryside story, The Archers. For more information, and to order your very own The Archers mug, follow the link below and make it part of your daily routine.
With Rory.
Right. Who Adam just dismisses pretty scathingly, actually, as young and clueless. Says he has no farming experience whatsoever.
So this isn't just about who gets the job. It feels like Oliver's valuing Rory's, potential over Adam's actual proven commitment.
That's exactly how Adam sees it. Betrayal.
Oliver tries to wriggle out of it, though, doesn't he? Says he was just discussing possibilities.
Yeah, claims he was trying to cover all bases because his kids didn't know what they wanted. Says he has to do what's right for the farm, calls it their inheritance, their heritage.
But that sounds pretty hollow, given he seems to have undermined the trust needed to manage that heritage.
Precisely. And then he digs the hole deeper. He tries to justify considering Rory by questioning Adam's farming style.
Oh, this is the bit about the herbal lays. Suggests Adam isn't his kind of farmer.
Yes. And that detail is the real kicker. It shows the professional critique is just masking a personal judgment.
Because Oliver admits he wasn't even convinced about those herbal lays himself initially.
Right. He only came around because Stella, an outsider, a consultant, persuaded him.
Yeah.
So he's basically telling Adam, his qualified, loyal son who came back to help, you don't measure up to the standards set by an external consultant. That's got a sting.
Way more than just not getting the farm job. It's personal.
It's deeply personal. And it feels like Oliver's maybe inventing reasons because his indecisive approach makes no business sense on its own.
And we can't forget Alice in all this, the third sibling.
No, the source says she's furious too. Feels exactly the same way as Adam and Rory.
And Oliver tries to call her during this lunch.
He does, unsuccessfully. He starts to worry she's deliberately dodging his calls. The entire family unit is just fractured.
Yeah. Okay, so emotional chaos, professional betrayal. What else could possibly go wrong?
Well, right in the middle of this wreckage, Rory throws in another problem. A logistical one this time, but with a tight deadline.
Don't tell me. The castle.
The castle booking. Rory needs an answer from Oliver about this trip, and the deadline is 5 p.m. the next day.
You're kidding. He needs a major decision made while the family is literally falling apart around him.
Yep, talk about pressure. And it's the perfect example of the whole situation, isn't it? Oliver's drowning in urgent practicalities because he failed to deal with the massive emotional fallout he created.
Are there arguments against this castle trip? Sounds complicated.
Hugely complicated. People are pointing out it's such short notice. Getting agency cover for the farm will be difficult, expensive. Plus, Alice doesn't want to take Martha out of school for it. Someone else doesn't want to take Xander out either. It's a coordination nightmare.
So why the rush? Why is Rory pushing this now?
Money. Simple economics, apparently. Rory argues the castle itself is incredibly cheap right now, 10 times cheaper than it would be in 2027.
Okay, that's a big saving.
And he says Peggy's money can pay for the expensive last-minute farm cover.
Peggy's money. So like a family fund. Shared money.
Presumably. So you've got family heritage, the farm needing cover being weighed against a short-term bargain, funded by shared family wealth. All while Oliver is so distracted by the mess he's made, he apparently can't even keep up with the group chat messages needed to sort it out.
It just highlights how completely overwhelmed he is by the consequences of his own, indecision.
Exactly. And just when you think the tension physically cannot get any higher.
Oh no, there's more.
Oliver interrupts. He has more news. He has to clarify immediately it's not about him marrying Miranda.
Which tells you something, doesn't it? That his kids probably thought that was entirely possible, a real fear for them.
Very real fear, it seems. But no, this news is about the farmhouse. Home farm. Their old family home.
What about it?
Miranda has put an offer in, and it's been accepted.
Wait. Miranda, his new partner, is buying their old family home.
Yep. A complete outsider is now stepping in and fundamentally reshaping the family's physical heritage, the land, the history.
Wow. What's the plan?
The plan is Oliver and Miranda will live there, and Oliver, maybe trying to salvage something, tells Rory he could live with them too if he wanted.
How's Rory take that?
It hits him hard, really hard. He admits something quite touching, actually. Says he'd always dreamed he'd be the one to buy back that farmhouse for Jenny, his partner.
Oh, man. So Miranda buying it just completely killed that dream for him.
Decisively, an external force stepping in and overriding his personal, future-facing family dream.
And what's the immediate aftermath of that bombshell?
Complete wreckage, as you said earlier. Adam just can't take anymore. He gets up and leaves, doesn't say where he's going, just gone.
Can't blame him.
Not really. And Rory's left reeling. Oliver asks him, how do you actually feel about Miranda buying the house, about us moving back in? And Rory's answer just sums up the whole catastrophic failure of Oliver's approach. He just says, honestly shattered, I don't have a clue.
No clarity, no resolution, just confusion and hurt.
So let's tie this all together. If we go back to the start, the big theme here is how Oliver's attempt to hedge, to cover all bases, maybe thinking he was being clever or kind, it actually led to the absolute worst outcome imaginable. Far worse than if he just made a decision, even a potentially wrong one.
His indecisiveness, his lack of straight answers, it didn't protect anyone. It just damaged trust everywhere. Business, personal relationships, the family heritage itself.
Absolutely. He thought he was being cautious, perhaps, playing possibilities. But instead, he pitted his sons against each other, offered vague hopes, never committed. And the result is everyone feels betrayed by the uncertainty. Adam feels overlooked, Rory feels strung along and has his dream crushed, Alice is furious.
And now Miranda, an outsider, holds the keys to their ancestral home. It adds this permanent external layer to their shared history, doesn't it?
It really does. It's the ultimate symbol of the true cost of managing inheritance, not with clear strategy, but with deflection, avoidance, maybe fear of making the tough call. The farm itself might be secured financially, maybe Miranda's purchase helps that, we don't know the details. But the family, the trust, it feels bankrupt.
Which really leaves us, and you listening, with a final thought to chew on. When you're dealing with these intense family business situations, what's actually worse? Is it worse to make a clear, decisive, even wrong decision and deal with the fallout head-on? Or is it worse to do what Oliver did, hedge your bets, try to keep options open, and end up leaving everyone feeling betrayed by the sheer indecision?
And maybe a related question. When external figures like Miranda step in and secure the core asset, the family home in this case, who really owns the family legacy anymore, what's left?
So what are you doing now?
Just getting ready for the next episode. Just
And,
moving mics around.
So what do you do?
I do the spot effects on the archers. Any
Are you what we
movements
call Foley then?
and- kind of. Yep.
Okay. And these are all part of the paraphernalia of production.
Yep. That's the ball bar. That's,
This one.
yep. That's.
Haley so wanted to be in their own place when their baby came. It's due in 2 months. Not much chance of that now. No. I mean, it would have been a stretch for them financially, mind, but I just wish there was something practical I could do to help them, Caroline. I mean,
I think The Archers has had this immense popularity over the years, basically because it has always very accurately reflected the reality of life and living in a rural community, at whatever